Dan Perry here with another Dan on Tech PowerShell video. In this video, we're going to look at how you start PowerShell and then how you can customize the interface just a little bit. There's not a lot you can do with the interface, but we're going to look at how you can do that. To start PowerShell, you can, from your search menu, go PowerShell, and you'll see several choices. I've got Windows PowerShell ISE, Developer PowerShell for Visual Studio 2019, Windows PowerShell x86, Windows PowerShell ISE x86. The ISE is the integrated environment that comes with PowerShell up through version 5 of PowerShell. Well, I'm just going to use the Windows PowerShell. That will be my 64-bit version. I could just click here and start it, but I'm going to right-click and run as administrator, and that will start PowerShell with administrator. It's going to ask me for my password because I'm not logged in as an account that has admin privileges. Now, the reason I wanted to log in as an administrator are there are commands that you cannot actually execute unless you are an administrator. Now, the font size is fairly small. That's fine for me working, but for demonstration purposes and things, I want to increase it. So up in the title bar at the top, if I right-click and I can come down to Properties and then Font, and I can change the font size, and let's see, I'm going to try a 36. Well, that's better. I could probably even go a little bigger, but I think 36 is big enough for you to see what's happening. That right-click in Properties has some other options. I can change some modes in it. The main thing I ever do here is font. I'm sticking with whatever the font that was there, but I can change the font or type style if I don't like that typeface. There's not much I can do with the layout other than adjust the width of the screen and height. And I can change the colors if I don't like that blue color. If I want to use a different color, I can make changes there. I'm perfectly happy with that color scheme. Now that I'm in the interface, if you notice, it looks a lot like a DOS command prompt, except there's a PS there before the C:\\, in this case, Windows /System32. It went to that folder because I logged in or I started it as administrator. It would default to your home folder, one of your home folders, if you were logged in as a regular user. Now, I can type a command in just like I can from a DOS prompt. When I type the command in, I typed it in all lowercase. I press enter and it runs. This happens to be the similar command to the DOS directory command. I'm going to break out of it. I use CLS to clear the screen. Now, if you truly want to be correct, I should have typed get dash a capital C and a capital G in the get. It really doesn't matter because capitalization is ignored for these things. So I can run it that way. Now Control C breaks me out for this long execution. CLS clears the screen. That would clear the screen in DOS. Some of the commands that you would run in DOS are identical or aliased. Get child item is similar to the directory command in DOS. In this case, if I type dir like I would in DOS, it actually aliases to the get child item and gives me that same output. And we'll look at some of these aliases in a later video. Well, that is how you run commands in PowerShell. One additional thing, though, before we go is if you use the up arrow, you can move back through previous commands. So it will remember commands that you've typed, and you can use your up arrow and go back through them. This is great when you've got a long command and you type something incorrectly and you need to go back and edit it. The left and right arrow keys will move me left and right on that cursor line or prompt line, so I can go in and make my edits. Thank you for watching this Dan on Tech video. Please subscribe to this playlist so you don't miss future videos. Please check out and subscribe to our other Dan on Tech channel playlists.